Los Angeles, the city of dreams. But what if I told you the story you think you know isn't the real one? Because behind the Hollywood lights, behind the palm trees and red carpets, there's a hidden past filled with struggle, secrets, broken dreams, and stories that most people have never heard. Before Los Angeles became the global symbol of fame, it was something very different. In 1781, it wasn't even Los Angeles as we know it today. It was founded as El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Ángeles, a small Spanish settlement made up of just 44 people. And here's something surprising. Many of those original settlers were of mixed African, indigenous, and Spanish ancestry. Not the image most people associate with early California history. Life wasn't glamorous. It was harsh, uncertain, and deeply rooted in survival. There were no film studios, no luxury homes, just land, struggle, and hope. As time passed, control of this land shifted from Spain to Mexico, and eventually to the United States after the Mexican-American War. But this transition wasn't smooth. Families lost land, cultures clashed, and the foundations of modern Los Angeles were built on these tensions. Now imagine this. You're living in Los Angeles in the late 1800s. The city is growing fast, but it's also one of the most dangerous places in America. In fact, at one point, Los Angeles had one of the highest murder rates in the country. This peaceful-looking city once had a reputation for violence and lawlessness. And then came something that would change everything. Oil. In the early 1900s, Los Angeles experienced an oil boom. Derricks popped up everywhere, even in residential neighborhoods. People drilled for oil in their backyards. For a moment, it seemed like anyone could become rich overnight. And many did. This sudden wealth transformed the city, attracting dreamers, opportunists, and risk-takers from all over the country. But the real turning point, the moment that shaped the Los Angeles we recognize today, was Hollywood. Hollywood wasn't always the center of the film industry. In fact, filmmakers moved to Los Angeles to escape strict patent laws enforced by Thomas Edison on the East Coast. California offered something better: sunlight, open land, and freedom. It was the perfect place to create something new. But behind the magic of Hollywood, there were darker stories. One of the most haunting true stories is that of the Hollywoodland sign, what we now call the Hollywood sign. In 1932, a young actress named Peg Entwistle climbed up that very sign and jumped to her death. She was struggling to find success in Hollywood, and her story became a symbol of the darker side of fame, the dreams that don't come true. And she wasn't alone. For every star that made it big, thousands were left behind, chasing something that always felt just out of reach. Los Angeles became a city of both dreams and heartbreak. Another story most people don't know is about the water that made Los Angeles possible. In the early 1900s, Los Angeles was running out of water. The city couldn't grow without it. So what did they do? They secretly acquired water rights from the Owens Valley, hundreds of miles away. Through political maneuvering and deception, water was diverted to Los Angeles, leaving farmers in Owens Valley devastated. This wasn't just development. It was a silent conflict, a struggle between a growing city and a rural community that paid the price. This story later inspired the famous movie Chinatown, but the real events were just as dramatic, if not more. Now think about this. A city built on dreams, powered by stolen water, fueled by oil, and shaped by people chasing something bigger than themselves. Even today, Los Angeles carries layers of history that most people walk past without noticing. Take Olvera Street, one of the oldest parts of the city. Tourists see it as a colorful marketplace, but it is actually a reminder of the city's Mexican roots and the communities that existed long before Hollywood. Or the hidden tunnels beneath downtown Los Angeles. During the Prohibition era, these tunnels were used to secretly transport alcohol, avoid law enforcement, and connect underground speakeasies, a secret world beneath the city, while life above continued as normal. And then there's the story of Bunker Hill. Today, it's filled with modern skyscrapers. But in the early 20th century, Bunker Hill was a neighborhood full of Victorian homes, culture, and life. Over time, it fell into decline and was eventually demolished in a massive urban renewal project. Entire communities were displaced. History was erased to make way for a new image of the city. Los Angeles didn't just grow. It reinvented itself again and again, sometimes at a cost. But maybe the most powerful truth about Los Angeles is this. It has always been a city of outsiders. People who didn't belong somewhere else came here, hoping to find a place, a purpose, a future. Immigrants, artists, dreamers, rebels. They all helped shape what Los Angeles is today. And that's why the city feels different. Because behind every street, every building, every skyline view, there are stories. Some inspiring, some heartbreaking, some completely forgotten. So the next time you see Los Angeles, whether it's in a movie, a photo, or in real life, remember this. You're not just looking at a city of dreams. You're looking at a city built on sacrifice, ambition, illusion, and resilience. And maybe that's what makes it so powerful. Because in Los Angeles, dreams do come true, but not always the way people expect.